What up? What's up, grabbing? Mega T, what up? Get the volume up, make sure the volume's all the way up. Safety man, how are you? Brandon Rivera, how are you? Mega Me T. Robert, how are you? Blackball, how are you? Brandon Rivera, how are you? J Monday, what up? Question Authority, how are you, buddy? Just getting out of jail, that's right. Chi-Town Mike Z, what up? Buffalo J. Citizen News Network Sneed. I finally got that one down. Can roll it off the tongue. Muggs Malone. Lakes Crusader. Danny D, excuse me. What's happening? What happened? We're going to talk about that. Let's say hi to some folks. Robert, how are you? Robert, yeah. Scott Fletcher. Tony Perez. Freddie. Junior Show, hey. Yo, you the dog. You the dog. Alcazar. James Morigami. Danny. Skimmer. Mike. I don't know. Homeground Pyro. Beard looks good, yeah. I didn't shave. You can shave in jail, but you got to request the razor. Paul Murray, what up? Cap. Oliveira, yeah. Geo750Z. Black Hester, what up? So, can everybody see me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Let me get some ones out there. What's up? What's up? Scott, what up? Yeah, I'm back. We're going to talk about that. Thank you for the ones, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mason, what up? Find any tyrant guards? Yeah, sure did. We're going to talk about that. We're talk about my experiences over the last week or so. That's what we're going to talk about today. I got some documents I want to show you also. Elaine, hello, what up? Hey, Upstate, what up? Thank you. What up, bro? What up? What up? Scott Eklund. Elaine, that's it? Okay, good, Elaine. I hate mispronouncing names, but I do it all the time. It's hard. I'm getting older, so it's hard for me to see such a small thing, and it's kind of dark. So I apologize, Muggs, if I forget names. Freedom is subjective. Freedom is subjective in the eyes of the judicial system. Yeah. Never trust. Freedom to film. What up? Thank you for checking in. Appreciate all the moderators in here. Appreciate it. Omega Lady Zaga. What up? Just got out of jail. Yeah. You guys may or Robert, what up? You guys may or may not remember the video of the guard, a correctional officer at the Coxsackie prison, otherwise known as the Cat. They call it the Cat. It's in Coxsackie, New York, called Greene County Prison. It's a maximum security prison. I did a video where I was walking into the facility. I wanted to talk to a public information officer and just ask him, hey, I heard some reports, and this guy leaned into me and then went back and said, he assaulted me like a little bitch. So I lost that case and I had to go to jail. Now, you guys saw the video, right? You saw the video, the second video that I slowed down, and it showed that this guard leaned into me. And I actually, if you watch the trajectory of the video, regardless of what I said at the time, I tried to go around him anyways. Now, at the end of the video, I did say, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but he leaned into me. I did state that twice on the video at the end. Eric Johnson, thanks for checking in. At the end of the video, I stated that, okay? Now, I've always had good luck with judges. I don't know if I've been lucky, but they've always been impartial in my cases, okay? Now, in this case, a very small court, this judge at the Coxsackie Town Court was extremely biased. Extremely biased. Okay? She overruled every objection I made. What up, Bama? Every objection I made and favored everything the prosecutor did. His name was Joseph Stanzioni, or as I like to call him, Stands on Baloney. Joseph Stands on Baloney could do whatever he wanted in that trial. She, Wanda Dorpfield, or as I like to call her, Wanda Dopefield, sided with everything he asked and let him do anything he wanted. The first atrocity in that trial, and as I objected, she cut me off. She refused to allow me to play my video. Did you hear that? She did not allow me to play my video, which did not disqualify the integrity of the video. All it did was slow it down at the point of contact. But everything that prosecutor said, she went, okay, like she was his bitch. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in a trial. It was disgusting. I have never had a judge not be impartial. This judge was completely biased. It was like I was going up against the prosecutor and, what up 700, and the judge. I wasn't, like, there wasn't no in between. It was all about the prosecutor. She was either intimidated by him or she just didn't care. It was like the rule of law didn't matter, okay? I have never had that happen before. I have been in state superior court with banks. I have been in small claims courts. I have been in district criminal courts before in Massachusetts. This is the first time I've ever seen this. And let me add, in New York State, in certain cases of criminal law, you are not allowed a jury of your peers. I could not elect to have a jury of my peers. What? So I'm gonna get some judge who's gonna have a personal biased feeling, which this one had. It was obvious to me from the beginning. From the beginning. I said to her, I have the evidence on my phone. if the prosecutor doesn't bring it, I have it. I can play the video. She said, no. No. I could not play the video that exonerated me completely. Your Honor, I object. If you don't let me play my video, she cut me off. What a joke you are, Dopefield. I don't care. I have 5 traffic tickets. They pulled me over afterwards, and they pulled me over, gave me 5 traffic tickets. Bullshit traffic tickets, really? They had cops stationed all over waiting for me to cross the line. It was the worst I've ever seen as far as a state attacking an activist. And I'm going to tell you something. You know what I said to that judge? During sentencing, after everything was adjudicated, I said, you know what? Your Honor, you can send me to jail. It's not going to be a deterrent. It's going to be an encouragement. You are going to rejuvenate my passion. Look at the transcripts, folks. You are going to rejuvenate my passion. That's all you're going to do. You're not going to stop me. You're not going to stop the trend of what's happening in society. I know you think in your small area that you'll be able to, but you won't. It's going to come. You can't stop it. Quote unquote. Look at the transcripts if you don't believe me. Right there. And there's the prosecutor's name. Joseph Stanzioni stands on baloney. They don't care about the truth. They care about preserving their status quo. They want things to stay the same. The prosecutor said at the end of the trial, during sentencing also, Your Honor, this guy stands out in traffic and harasses the police officers when they're writing traffic tickets. I've got people calling me and saying, oh, they're speeding. My kid could get hurt. You little bitch. You slee stack from the land of lost, you ugly motherfucker. Okay, you can take away people's freedom, but you can't take away your ugly. You're with that forever. Every morning you get up, you look in the mirror, you're still an ugly motherfucker. I said in response, again, read the transcripts. As soon as you're done running that traffic, policing time, whatever you're doing, guess what? People are just going to start speeding again. So you're not solving anything. Read the transcripts. That's what I said. During sentencing, you can either be contrite, be humble, or you can stand your ground. I stood my ground as an activist. So here's what I did. I was sentenced to jail. I filed an appeal. Can you guys see that? Okay. Filed an appeal with the county. I wrote them and notified them of an appeal. And I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna make an educational video on how to do that, okay? And I was sentenced on Monday because that was when the trial was. And I had to turn myself in on Monday. So I had 7 days, which is 5 business days. So what I decided to do was file the appeal. My car broke down at the time. I had to get a new battery, but file the appeal, get it in, and still turn myself in. And then file a lawsuit. That's what I'm doing. So I filed the appeal. By the way, make sure you say things like, when you're notifying the court that you want to appeal, you got to file with the district and with the county. It's initiated by the district and followed up by the county. But there are 4 main categories, not all, but 4 main categories, okay? I've got 2. I've got evidentiary issues. That's the number 1 issue for appeal, folks. By the way, you can appeal anything at that level. At state Supreme Court, it starts to cost money, but basically at the lower levels, it doesn't cost anything. It might cost you $30, $50, something like that. Evidentiary exchange is the number 1 reason that people file for appeals, okay? The second reason is prosecutorial misconduct, okay? I had evidence that I submitted during evidentiary exchange in the trial. There was no argument. At trial, the prosecutor brought in not the 7.5 minute video that I had that was slowed down. He brought in the 30-minute live video that really went fast and you couldn't see the point of contact. He did that because he didn't want it to be seen. And of course, this corrupt judge who doesn't, hey, Uncle Sam, doesn't belong behind the bench because she's biased, allowed it. Overruled my objection. Shut me down. This is the first time in my life in 3 states that I have been in a court of law as a pro se litigant that I have come across a biased judge. People have talked about it. Now I know it's real. It's real, folks. You can be in a court where the judge doesn't care. Doesn't care about what happened. She sees this, okay, well, this guy was swearing at the people. He was mean to them. You know, I said, Your Honor, he tried to hit me with his truck first, and then he got in my way, and I still moved out of his way, and he hit me. And then he cried foul. She doesn't care. What she cares about is protecting status quo. Status quo is not going to work anymore, people. Today's technology has brought it to the forefront with transparency. You cannot deny it anymore. How many police officers? We just got another police officer in the Capital District, Albany, New York area. Kiddie porn. Really? Really? And they were pissed about that part. Yeah, Stan Baloney. Another cop. Really? And this guy was a guard or something too. Really? Kiddie porn. You want to talk about me? When you violated my civil rights? My right to due process? Eric Johnson, how are you? I've had good luck with judges, Eric. I have had good luck. And now, I have gone to jail. I have proven then I'm willing to bite the bullet. I'm willing to do what I got to do. And I said to them, in the video, you can see it. My passion is unwavering. Pull out your gun and shoot me now. Richie's, how are you? Richie Restorations. Watch that video. Pull out your gun and shoot me now. Give me liberty or give me death. Only 3% of the people were supportive of the Boston Tea Party. We have 3% of the people now. Even with 300 million. I believe we do. So I went to jail, folks. I did my time. And by the way, if you go to jail as an activist and you're afraid of jail because it's jail, and I went to Albany County Jail, there was like 2 or 3, I'm not racial, but there was 2 or 3 white guys on my tier. And at first they were, sharking me. I walked in, the COs are like, oh, that's the guy with the videos. Oh, we're tyrants. We're tyrants, aren't we? Because I did a video about Albany County Jail and they threw me right out, put their hands on me. No. But when I got to my tier and people asked me, because they all want to know, are you here? Are you here for anything, Kitty? Are you here for anything? Because they'll beat the crap out of you, right? You don't want to be in there for anything for the kitty. And I said to them, one word, activist. You know what they did? They started bringing me my food trays. They started saying, when I would sneeze, bless you. Am I in jail or am I in church? They instantly put me on a pedestal when they found out who I was and what I stood for. So an activist in jail should never have a hard time based on what I've seen. Patrick Henry, that's right. Give me liberty, give me death. An activist in jail is not going to have a hard time. I did not have a hard time once I got through the initial, who you are, what are you about, you know what I mean? They respected me because they knew that I was standing up for their rights. And then I got my little toothbrush. The one you can't stab anybody with or melt down that easily. Get my little plastic pen. They give you 1 spoon. I saved it all. And your toothpaste. And of course your book, Of course the CEOs tried to screw with me. I go in there, they classify people now based on levels. I haven't been in jail in 37 years. I haven't been in trouble like that for 37 years. And I ended up on the same exact tier, the same exact location, 2 cells down from where I was as a kid, 16-year-old. And I'm going to be honest with you, Albany County, even though the correctional officers tried to screw with me, they put me in like a hardcore scenario where I was a level 2, but they put me in level 3. Oh, we don't have any places available in level 2. And they locked me down for 23 hours. Once I said activist, mad respect. GA, I'm sorry you got arrested August 9th. It was a 10-day sentence. It was only 10 days. That's the other thing. They only had 15 days to work with. In this stupid, ridiculous, let me explain something. At the end of the day, I went to jail, listen to this, for a bump. For a bump. A bump. What? I don't care who bumped who. At the end of the day, I sucked up and soaked up taxpayer dollars for a bump. How much money did you spend to rejuvenate my passion? How much money did you spend for those days to rejuvenate my passion? You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Stand on Baloney. Joseph Stanzioni is a joke. A joke! Greene County Prosecutor Joseph Stanzioni. You suck, dude. Yelling at me in court like an idiot. And if the appeals doesn't work in the county, I'm going to appeal this to the Supreme Court of New York because of this. Listen to this. I don't agree that if I can go to jail for any reason, that I'm not allocated a jury of my peers. Isn't that somewhere in the law? You're granted and guaranteed a jury of your peers? In New York State, they negate that? That needs to change. So I need to get the ACLU involved, the Attorney General's involved, and I need to contact the Bar Association. Those are the three main categories of people that I write letters to. The ACLU, the Attorney General's office, and the Bar Association. And this idiot prosecutor bumped me, intentionally I believe, on the first day of these hearings. And I stood back and said, whoa! And I said to the judge, he physically bumped me. I want the prosecutor to change. She goes, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. What a joke of a judge you are. Get off the bench, you stupid bitch. You don't belong behind that bench. You are totally a state Nazi. And I've got other cases coming up in front of me. I don't care. Throw the book at me. I will do the time. I will do it. You're gonna have to kill me. You're gonna have to kill me. Because I'm not gonna stop. I've laid low for long enough now. And I've laid low because I've got these cases. But I'm telling you, the hypocrisy is so real, so infiltrated. And I thought, at least at a judge level, they would be impartial. That's where you should get some impartiality. You really should. I mean, if they're sitting back there and they can decide between and the prosecutor can make the most significant change. He could if he wanted to. But the judge should be able to arbitrate that and mediate that appropriately. And when the judge doesn't do that, all is lost. I mean, that's when we really got to do something. That's when we got to really focus on appeals and changing the actual law and holding them accountable with lawsuits. And if they're getting elected, fight that election like James Freeman did at that judge one time when he showed up and harassed him. And that guy didn't get reelected. Those are the kind of things. If this is an elected judge, I will be there for that election next time. I guarantee you. Dopefield, you're a dope. And they can do whatever they want. That's the problem in a court. When they're making the decision, it's just them. That's a problem. Now, in appeals court, you're going to get 3 to 5, sometimes you're going to get 3 or 5 judges that are going to be able to discuss it. So it's kind of a little different. But even then, you know, this Greene County appeals case that I have coming up, about this case that I already did the time for, hear that? I already did the time. BMC, what up? This guy works out of that building. It's a Greene County prosecutor. So I don't expect another fair trial. I expect another biased one, which is why I'm projecting to go to the state Supreme Court. And to be honest with you, that's what I want to do. I went to jail for a bump with a correctional officer, and I wasn't allowed to play my video as a recap. You know, I haven't read any of the chats here. I've been kind of, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, that's right. It's very true. It's very true. Emmett Graves. At the end of the day, I didn't get sentenced because of the crime. I got sentenced because I was an activist. That's why I got sentenced. It's like they declared war on us nationally, and every chance they get, they're going to try to put the screws to us. They sent in a county prosecutor at a district level. The prosecutor in that town, in that little building, steps back. He comes up for my case and my case only. Then he leaves. He's only there for me. This guy was acting like it was a murder trial. He was so animated, like he was in a cartoon. Screaming at me. And I said to him, "Are you angry? Are you angry with me?" While I was sitting in the witness chair. Because she made me take the witness seat, even though she said I could play my video. She made me take the witness. I said, "I don't want to testify." Well, in order for me to ask questions and look at, really? Really? I still never got to play my video? You're a scumbag. You're both scumbags, sucking each other off. And you should be held accountable. And you will be held accountable. I'm going to try to see to that. If not with the appeals, then with the actual lawsuit. Teflon, what up? New England fan, what up? GA. Brian Johnson, what up? Emmett Graves again. PMP News, what up? Citrus, what up? Northern Corruption, what up? Saying hi to some people. Just got out of jail as a recap. Douchebag. Just got out of jail. I did my time for the bump. Sovereign Dirt. Does that say Sovereign Dirt? Sovereign Dirt. I started smoking a couple months ago. Yeah, at my age, I just started. I figured I can't get cancer now. What the hell? Midwest, what up? This is a cigarette. Marijuana is still not legal in New York. Tomahawk, what up? Let me watch that brand shit. So I got out. Want to have a good meal, a shower, cigarette, and a beer. And make a video. Now this case is pretty much over as far as what I had to do. I did time for a bump at the Coxsackie or Greene County maximum security prison video. You can watch that in my database. You can watch the one that's slowed down, Silk City, what up? I kind of look like Brian King, don't I? Do I look like Brian King? Yeah, the video's up, Eric. It's been up since probably May or June. When I did that audit at the prison, there was an initial video that was live, and then I slowed it down at the, well, you'd be pissed too, Lady Zaga, if you were railroaded at trial. I thought the video exonerated me. I went there thinking it would. Ed, what up? The video was not allowed to be played. The judge was a joke. Just started smoking, so not really good at it yet. But if you got railroaded, that's what it's called. It's called being railroaded. I was railroaded at trial. And if anybody's been to trial as a pro se litigant, you know, it's very helpless. You feel helpless. You really feel helpless. You feel like, wow, this is really out of my hands, man. I can't do anything. Anything that I've normally done in trials wasn't allowed. It's like these smaller courts can do whatever the fuck they want. Hey, Robin Jones. Maddie, how are you? Atlas. Yeah, I mean, they're really they're tightening that noose. And when in society, in history, when you think about that, when the government tightens up, Plucky, what up? Tightens up. You know, the people can only take so much. They can only take so much. Jersey Swag, what up? Thank you. And what up, Emmett? Yeah, it was a 10-day sentence. There's good time involved, so it ended up being like 7 days. And you know, I don't advocate violence. I really don't. I've said that in all my videos. I don't advocate violence. I've also said it's our constitutional, not just right, but expectation that if the government forces things upon us, it's our expectation to fight back and say, hey, no. The Constitution was written that way. Midwest Films, what up? The Constitution was written, think about that for a second, why the Second Amendment is even there. And even though I've never shot a gun in my life, okay? Atlas, what up? It says that it's our, not just our right, it's our expectation to stand up against tyranny. That word, tyranny. And this was tyrannical. This was a railroaded trial. I couldn't do anything. If you look at the transcripts, everything I asked was denied. Everything the prosecutor asked for was allowed. It was a complete railroad. A complete biased judge. What a joke. Get off the bench. So we'll see how Coxsackie town likes having a lawsuit, a $500,000 lawsuit on their hands. Yes, you can file lawsuits for that kind of imprisonment, for that kind of prosecutor. You can do it all. And you can file it for free. You can file it indigent. You don't have to have money. Just so you know, you don't have to have money. You know, now, you know, I got, me too, homegrown. Now, you know, I got cases on my record. I work as a manager of people as a living. I have all my life. They're not going to hire me anymore. They're not going to see that and say, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm not going to be able to get a job in my field. So, 700 Club, what up? So now, I have to do something about that. Because it's not fair to me that I was railroaded and it's going to cost me a lifetime of employment and employment of others. Because you may not believe this or not, but as a boss, when I've got 50 or 100 employees under me, I'm actually a good boss. I'm pretty logical and pragmatic. And I think most of the employees that have worked for me would say that. You know what I mean? I think they would. Very rarely did I fire somebody. I allowed them to fire themselves. I really feel like Brian King. Anyways, I'm going to be stuck for a while. I got a GoFundMe. Check out my GoFundMe. I'll try to post it. Make sure you help support this cause. I got 5 tickets they gave me as I left the courthouse. Past the yellow line, some legal left turn, some shit I never even heard of. My registration expired a month prior. It's my car, my registration. It expired because I was in Mass and in New York. I didn't know where I was going to live, so I waited. But they wrote me a ticket for it. Whatever. I'm going to have to do manual labor. I do roofing also, so I guess I'll have to focus on roofing. But I'm going to keep fighting, man. I'm going to keep fighting. I am not going to give up. They have not, this is not a deterrent from my passion, is an encouragement, you idiots. Brian's mother passed? Oh, really? I didn't know that. All right, you guys, send some love to Brian King. His mother did pass. She was struggling for many, many years. I mean, I've spoken to him personally. Bob Builder, how are you? Yeah, I'm an angry moron, okay. Anger because of why? Why am I an angry person? Because I just went to jail because I was railroaded by a bunch of friggin' idiots? Maybe. Do you ever think of that? Bunch of scumbags in our society that think they're better than people. Invicto, how are you? I got a job. I already have a job, actually. I do roofs now. As soon as I got out, I'm going to do manual labor. Drew, how are you? Yeah, I know, I don't have his voice. He smoked a lot longer than I have. Central Oregon Cop Watch, how are you? Yes, I'm also a DJ. I was a DJ at your cousin's wedding? Oh, wow. Yeah, I've done a lot of, been a DJ, I've owned a DJ business for, geez, 30 plus years. I'm FCC licensed. I've been on the radio station, and I graduated out of University of Hartford for broadcasting. But my point is this: my passion has not changed. It's not changed. Do I have a love interest? No. No love interests. That was something personal to me that, you know, I don't even want to talk about because it's kind of devastating to me still. I can't get over that for some reason. I need to get over it. I'm hoping that time will. Hoping that time will heal that wound. But that's a personal thing. That's not auditing. That's very personal. So somebody just switched on me. They got with their mother, and her just, I don't want to be with you anymore. Boom. Very cold, very cut dry. Never, ever in my life have I had somebody end a relationship the way that ended, with so much hate and anger when it was totally unnecessary. Totally. But you can't force somebody to love you. You can't force somebody to be with you. That I know. I recently wrote a quote because this person asked me to let them go, and I did. I really did. I haven't spoken to them since July 6th. And they keep trying to drag me back into court. So I said, and with my child, 4-month-old child at the time, and I said, let me go so that I may grow. Let me go. Please. Stop dragging me back into court. I don't get it. You know, but you can't control other people. You can only react and try to react appropriately. So, my goal today to have How do you remember the exact date? Because I love that person. It was July 6th. Who was that? Who said that? Central Oregon. It was the last date where she threw me out. You know, she kicked me out. I was in Cape Cod. And I was only there. We were a 3-year relationship, 3 years. And in 3 days on Cape Cod with her mother, I was gone. What does that tell you? Tulare County Cop Watch, what up? So, obviously, that had a lot to do with it, you know. Seth, how are you? Yeah, all the bootlickers, fuck them. You know, for you guys who get a lot of, I recently, about 3 weeks ago or so, I turned off all my notifications for YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Central. I love this person dearly and would have given my life for them. And, you know, whatever. I will try to watch that. And, you know, don't listen to the trolls. Don't listen to the haters. They're only going to twist you up, really. Seriously. And even though I said that a lot, I was, you know, thank you for checking that, PA. Yeah, I was locked up. Richard talked about that. The paraphrase, that case, I was railroaded. I wasn't allowed to play my video evidence in court, first time ever. And that guy Scott, can you see me? I wasn't allowed to play my video evidence, so I ended up getting sentenced. So my passion is real. My dedication is real. I did my time. I filed my appeal. Even though I filed it, I still went in and did my time. I didn't shirk my hand in myself right in. Oh, I wanted to say, I actually, now listen to this. This is how honest I am. This is how honest everybody should be in my mind. It should be about the truth, okay? I met Papa Meatballs, how are you? Catskill, or excuse me, Cooksaki Town Hall, Judge Dorpfield, Wanda Dorpfield, whatever. I met one of the nicest sheriffs / correctional officers I'll ever meet in my life. One of the nicest people I'll ever meet in my life. And I was there because of a correctional officer at the Greene County Maximum Security Prison. And he was so nice, I couldn't believe it. There is a way to treat people nicely. You can do it nicely no matter what job you have. You don't have to be an idiot in your job, no matter what it is. If you get tarnished, if you get biased by the job that you have, find another job. Because you're so sucked in, you can't see reality anymore. You can't. This guy was so cool. You know, he was very helpful, trying to let me make phone calls. I am not a hater of cops. I am not a hater of correctional officers. I am not a hater of judges. Of any category, any race, gender, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the truth and transparency. Be true to yourself and to others. Be good to people. You don't have to be an idiot to everybody just because you've met a bunch of people that piss you off and now you're going to be an idiot to everybody. Okay? That's not right. It's not right. If you went to a job and the boss is an idiot to everybody, you know right away this job's going to suck. You can't pay me enough to work in a job like that. These guys have a different ability. In some cases, they have the ability to take away our freedom. That means they really need to be objective. They need to really be professional, ultra professional, completely devoid of emotions and personal bias. They need to be in a customer service orientated mindset all the time. And they're not. You've all seen it. You get a cop, he comes out, he's all hard. That's a 90-year-old lady. What are you doing? You're gonna tase a 90-year-old lady? Because you're a fucking idiot? And that's the society that we have allowed. That's our fault. No, I'm not asking for a perfect world. I'm not. I said all the time it's about sociology. In every genre, you're gonna have good and bad. You're gonna. It doesn't matter what classification. There's good people, there's bad people. In my mind, and I loved sociology in college. I always sat up front, always raising my hand. I loved it because it's about the study of people based on the numbers. If the numbers are wrong, then we should do something about it. And if I do audits and I go out, right? Let's say I got 150 videos. I think I got 150, 160 videos, right? And 135 of them are bad. And 15 of them are good? Hello? Really? You need to get a calculator to figure that out? That our society is screwed up? We gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. People are dying, not just imprisonment. I did nothing. Skid bid. It's called a skid bid. I did a skid bid. It was in and out. They fed me, gave me housing, got to watch TV, socialize with people. There's too many sheep. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're not doing this because the people who are trying to fight back, we know that they know. It's not them. They're idiots. We know that. They're scumbags. It's the ignorant masses that they got tunnel vision, okay? I don't see it. I don't see anything. I just want to go to work. I just want to get my money. I just want to live a life. I don't want to deal with it. Well, those are the people that need to wake up. Because you're going to sit there one day and then bam, it's going to happen to you. You're going to be pulled over one day for a blinker out, and the next thing you know, you're in handcuffs with bruises all over your face, and you're wondering why. Because you said the wrong thing to a judge or to a cop. Really? And then you go to court, and the judge is going to say, well, you were an idiot to the cop. Nobody's talking about the body cam like in Albany when they ripped apart that girl in Albany recently and beat the crap out of her, but they won't show us the body cam of what the officer said to the pedestrian or to the driver. All they're gonna say is, yeah, she was mean, so it was the right call. We did what we were supposed to do. Yeah, okay. How about you initiated and escalated that problem, and then you couldn't handle a little bit of flack from the driver, and then you decided to be a macho man. I'm a macho man because I got a gun and a badge. That's where there are scumbags in our society. Scumbags. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm going to continue to do what I do. This was not a deterrent. This was an encouragement. You're wrong, stand on baloney. You're wrong, Dopefield. Both of these need to be held accountable for violating my due process. It's Friday night, folks. It's been about an hour. I'm going to sign off now, and we'll guys go check out some other channels. Show some support to the cause. I'm going to get back into the cause more often now than I ever have. I just got out of jail. That's right. I've shown my dedication, my commitment. All they did was empower me. They have empowered me. They've given me a feather in my cap. Way to go. Way to go, folks. All right, guys. This is New England Truth. I love you all. Be safe out there. Keep supporting. Check out my videos, please. Support me. I need support now more than ever on GoFundMe. Check out my GoFundMe, okay? Or my PayPal, whatever. I'll talk to you soon again, okay, folks? Be safe. Love you.